So.
Okay. See, that's why we need to get a mirror on the back of that thing so we can.
Why?
So we can see it. We know if it's actually working.
Oh.
That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
how we know, yeah.
Just in case you're unsure of what's happening, we filmed a little bit without recording, and it's super cool and fun.
We're still figuring
Who
it out.
are our neighbors? Can they see us?
They could probably see us doing a thing. So, yeah.
Neighbors.
Yeah.
Gotta love them.
Okay.
All right, Jeff's embarrassed now.
Oh, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just warm. Is that what embarrassment feels
Yes.
like?
Embarrassment feels warm.
I'm embarrassed that I did this in front of my wife. That I'm supposed to be a man and I'm supposed to know how to run electronics, right? Isn't that kind of like
I don't think
men are
that's
supposed to
gendered. I don't think that is a gendered thing in life. I think if you're just a person who wants to record a video, you're supposed to press record.
do? Yeah, that's true.
Not just put your mic on and sit down and start talking.
I kind of thought that's what it was. Well, here's the situation. Here's what actually happened.
Actually.
I hit the take a picture button.
Yes.
So I took a photograph and then sat down and we recorded a good amount of stuff.
Are you sure it's still recording?
I'm positive.
Okay. So, welcome back.
And
do we have to say that?
And we're going to have to do the whole thing over again.
Okay, well, hi.
Hello. Welcome to Buhsketti. That's our show.
Welcome to the Buhsketti show.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Becky.
This is Beki, my wife.
And hello.
Are you expecting me to add something in post?
Yeah, he's the editor.
I don't know if I'm talented enough to do that. So today's episode.
Yes.
We have a structure.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
It's okay, put that.
It touched me. It touched me in a spot.
Wow.
In a no-no spot.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
All right, so.
Sorry for shouting.
We'll do that. Like, this is like the movie clacker. We'll start over right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, today's episode, we kind of have a structure. We're going to talk about gift giving.
Yes.
And, the unspoken rules of giving gifts and receiving gifts.
And how there are basically some people who grow up with some rules in their households and or minds, and others with other rules.
Yeah.
And then when you mash two of those worlds together, you get some confusion about behaviors with gifts.
But basically it's not that there's two different rules. It's that some kids grow up very neurotic and anxious and create rules in their head about how gifts are given and received. And then they get married to somebody who is not like that and goes, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So anyway.
Are you talking about personal experience here?
I just know something.
But before we get into that, it's my brother's birthday soon.
Hey, Romano.
And we got him some presents.
Yeah, some gifts.
And
we went to a local thrift store down the road here. And the beauty of going to a thrift store is you can find some amazing gifts for very inexpensive.
Yes.
And so we'll show you those right now. We got a few things.
And what's also kind of cool about the thrift store that I was just thinking about is you can buy stuff from there, and even if your loved one or friend doesn't like it, they can donate it back.
Yeah.
And the thrift store still won.
Yeah, it's like an endless cycle, really. So the first thing we got is this happy birthday picture frame.
Yes.
Right? Is that what this is?
It's a picture frame.
It's
correct.
a picture frame. It looks like it's been untouched since the late 80s, early 90s, possibly. It's still got the
original
photo, right? The original,
the stock photo.
That? The stock photo.
Yes.
That it comes.
Are you
with.
okay?
Yeah. I'm fine.
I show my day.
I'm fine.
What's cool about this is Jordan was born in the late 80s. So possibly this was born the same year as my brother.
As your brother, yeah.
Fun fact, Jordan and I are born in the same year. Fun fact, same parents.
Yeah. How's that make you feel?
So people ask that.
That means your parents were just
don't talk about that.
Boning.
Don't talk about
lot.
that.
Oh.
They watch this.
Sorry.
You're not putting that in at all.
We'll talk about that
My
later.
parents boning.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Okay, so
In the 80s.
here, you take this.
Oh, I'll take this.
So the next thing we got him
Is
this whale stein, I guess.
and it has a whale handle.
Whale handle, and
And-
then etched into the side here.
It's 3D, so all of this is out. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Is a crew of men killing a whale.
Killing a whale, murdering a whale, which I'm pretty sure is like illegal, right?
It has to be illegal.
And then on the lid is this nice little
The helm.
Helm. And then this is like where you drink the beer out of. So Jordan can put a lot of beer in there.
Yeah, probably like 12 ounces.
And it smells kind of like old people on the inside.
Yeah, you know, like celery, salt, and potpourri.
Yes.
Like a library book.
Yeah, it's like a library book. So anyway.
All library books kind of smell the same.
So that's gift number 2. And the final gift that we have is a painting of what I think is supposed to be John Rambo from the Rambo movies.
Rambo has the red bandana.
Yeah, and the long black hair.
I don't remember the movie Rambo, but I know that wasn't he like a badass?
Yeah, some people would think he was a badass. In the first one, he was kind of like he was just murdering people because
he was just an ass.
He was an ass, and then the next one he
murderer.
was a bad ass. So anyway, this is done by artist Faye Dillard.
Yeah.
And we purchased Faye's beautiful portrait from the Meals on Wheels thrift store for $2.50, which Faye, if you're watching, you could charge a little more for your artwork.
You are more talented than the price tag that they chose for this.
Don't sell yourself short.
But here's the thing. I think the backstory to that painting being at the thrift store is Faye probably had a project in her art class, like in high school, where she painted that. And it could be a family member, it could be Rambo, it could be anyone. And she's probably off pursuing her dreams, and her family probably took that to the thrift store.
And just donated it.
Yeah. And she, like she might become famous, and then Jordan will have that, and it'll be worth money someday.
Yeah, so,
we're investing.
Yeah, this is like, hopefully it appreciates in value.
Yes.
So, yeah, Jordan. And so, Jordan, you have to keep that. Forever. So.
Plus the stein, which will go perfect with your home decor.
You can't get rid of these things. You have to keep them. It'll hurt our feelings.
Gift etiquette says you have to keep it.
Speaking of gift etiquette, I think we have a list of subjects here that we're going to talk about. The first being the rules regarding receiving gifts that you don't want.
Right.
So, like,
when you go to, you're at your party and people have brought you gifts, and then there's that awkward moment when you're opening your gifts and you're like, oh yeah, my iPod, or oh yeah, iTunes gift card. And then you open something else and it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
No.
What is it?
Like, I don't know. I can't think of something
Nothing
bad
to
right
go
now.
with your iTunes.
It's a whale.
Zune. It's a Zune, which was like, they gave you an iTunes gift card and a Zune.
No, it's a whale stein.
It's a whale stein or a painting, $2.50 painting of John Rambo.
Yes.
Yeah. But so like, I mean, do you say anything to the person? Would you say, like, I don't want this gift?
I don't think I would
You
say
accept it
that.
kindly.
So I think there's two situations that can happen from that moment. Is one, they are oblivious to your body language and the transition of your tone.
Yeah.
Or they notice and ask you later while you're alone in the kitchen washing a dish if you like their present. And that's the two ways it
Have
could
you
go.
had this experience?
Yes, I've experienced this a few times.
For us, these like unspoken rules of gift giving came up because we stayed with a friend at his mother's house and his, I guess you would call him a stepdad. We were adults by then, so he wasn't really, he was his mother's husband or whatever.
Yeah.
And this was in rural Washington. And my friend's mom gave us a lighthouse that she had already had.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, so it was a lighthouse similar to the size of that stein. And it was obviously something she bought, like, as is, but then proceeded to glue things to it and little figurines and shells.
I'm not even sure if she did it.
No, she did.
Oh,
because
okay.
she told me she did. And so she was like, how it started was she showed me this thing that she had made to put in her house, and her house was very much like nautical themed. Like she had a like lighthouses and shells and beach decor, and it was very light and airy because they were by the ocean. And so she had this lighthouse upstairs near the room we were staying in, not in the room. And she was telling me about how she like crafted it and did all these things to it, and she was so proud of it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't say anything other than that.
Yeah.
And then later she gifted it to us.
But it was like, I think we just like woke up in the morning.
And it was in our room.
It wasn't in our room. It was like outside the door, like in the middle of the night. She snuck it in like Santa Claus and like set it there. And the thing is it was just like, I mean, no offense to her crafting skills. No. But it was literally just like a white, most generic looking white like lighthouse that she just spray painted and just like threw some fake moss at it, and it had like a little fake net.
It had netting, and like it had these two little figurines, but they looked like melted from like the glue she used. It was like too strong. Sure. And again, no offense to her crafting or anything like that. If it fits with your decor and it's something you love doing, more power to you. But when you gift something like that to someone, you would almost need to know, like, what is their home decor? Is this something that they could even put in their house? And the answer for us was no. Like, it was a no.
Well, and so I think your plan was
I had a plan.
to leave it. Just to say, instead of hurting her feelings or anything, we lived 2 states away. We would just leave it and be like, oh no, we forgot our lighthouse.
Yeah, sorry, because there's no way you could ship it. It would cost a fortune. Yeah. So,
but I don't know if we ever like discussed it at the time. And so what happened was...
Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what happened is Santa Claus gifted us a gift. And we were kind of like, oh, okay. And the day we were leaving, we were packing up our car. And I strategically left it in the room, kind of like over to the side of the wall. And not like where it would get broken or anything, but just kind of like a spot where we could forget it. And I'm at the car downstairs packing it up, and I see Jeff walking from the house with this big lighthouse in his hand. And didn't you say something like, oh, we almost forgot it?
I don't know. So this happened.
I'm pretty sure you did. You were like, we almost forgot this.
Well, here's the thing.
Can you say it so I can try to remember?
We almost forgot this.
A little deeper.
We almost forgot this.
Yep, he said it.
That's how I said it?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Sorry. I'm being fidgety.
My memory is not very super clear of this situation.
That's okay.
But I feel like what actually happened was I ran upstairs to get our bags. You know, I was the last one out the door or whatever. And I saw the lighthouse and I was like, oh, she gave us the lighthouse. I'll grab it with our stuff. And so I grabbed it, and I feel like I threw it in the car, and then later you saw it was in the car. And you're like, why'd you take the lighthouse?
No, I know specifically I knew it was in the car because on the way down the road, we got into like a little bit of a tiff about it. And our friend who was in the car, we were driving him back to California, he was kind of like, uh-oh, you guys are fighting, like kind of awkward. It's like, we're not fighting, but we kind of were.
About this lighthouse.
Because I was like, we should just leave it. And he goes, no, we could put it in our garage. And it's like, why would we store something in our garage?
Well, and then that became a great debate.
Yes. Yes, it did.
I think so for a while. And this was like in the beginnings of our relationship together and living together. So for a while, we had a bookshelf in the living room that had the lighthouse on top of it.
Oh my God, yeah.
She would always be like, we should just throw that thing away. And I'm like...
Or donate it.
And I was like, you can't.
Yeah.
Because what if our friend's mom was like, hey, how's the lighthouse? I need you to take a bunch of photos to prove to me that you still have the lighthouse. So that's the anxious me.
Yes. And it's so funny because every time he would say that, like, I'd be like, we need to put that away. We need to just get rid of it, give it to someone, whatever. He would have this anxiety that he'd be like, oh, well, what if she wants to know how it's doing? Or what if she was, like as if we were taking care of a child or something, or a pet. And it's like, well, it's a lighthouse that it's not that deep. And it took some convincing because he was very, I would say, neurotic. You were very neurotic about what if she found out that we got rid of something she gave us. And that started a whole conversation of how much crap do you have in the spare room closet that's gifts that you received that you could not part with.
That I would just keep.
Because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I did. And that's true. I did.
Because I honestly, I'm the type of person where if someone gives me something that I can't use or doesn't fit me, or, it's a gift that just doesn't work. Yeah. Whether clothing, food that I can't eat, socks I can't wear, things like that. I either regift it or I get rid of it. Well, so I guess regifting is getting rid of it.
And so in retrospect, now looking back on it, especially since she had recently suffered a stroke and had no short-term memory, it doesn't really make sense that I would be too concerned about her remembering, even if she gave us that. But
now I sound like a jerk because I didn't want to keep something someone who had a stroke gave us.
Well, that doesn't matter.
I know, it doesn't matter.
I think that makes it easier to get rid of the gift, honestly.
That's true. But this isn't even like the ice cap of how Jeff can't say no to gifts. Because what happened after
this. So this is a different story, sort of.
I'm going to grab a drink. Hold on.
Okay. We'll take a quick little siesta here.
Siesta!
Yeah. Okay, so with the next thing that occurred, this is kind of another subject, I would say, that in gift giving, because there's two different kinds. There's the kind where somebody gives you something that's a surprise. Yes. And then there's the thing where they're like, hey, I don't want this anymore. Can you use it? And that's still a gift, I would say. Yeah, right?
And 100%. If you don't need it or want it or have any use for it, say no. Just say no.
Yeah.
If it hurts their feelings, they should have wrapped it. That's my feeling. If they really wanted to get rid of it, they could have wrapped it and given it to someone where it's a little bit harder to say no once you open a gift. But when someone's offering you something that you truly have no use for, truly have no need for, it's okay to say no.
So my neurosis dictates otherwise.
Correct.
Because there are certain kinds of people that will sort of ask you if you need something or want to give you something, but will still take offense almost, or still be like, well, that's a perfectly good thing. Why won't you take it?
Yeah.
So the kind of person that we were dealing with, he was kind of like a manly man type of guy.
Yes.
He was kind of like very proud of his things, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Like he's one of those people that
he was not prideful in the way where he would mow you over while talking.
Yeah.
He had humility, but he was very machismo and very like, these are my tools. This is my car.
Yeah.
I'm the man of the house.
But he was really he was like proud of those things, but he would share them with you. So he would take.
What's yours is mine. Very generous.
He's like, take my dune buggy out to the beach or whatever, And then
that was super fun.
We broke it and had to bring it back. So
not on purpose.
This is the kind of guy.
Yes.
That he was. This was my. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is the
husband of
our friend's mom, and. So, he takes me to the side into his garage, which he's got his project cars and stuff. It's like the man's hangout. He wanted my friend and I to hang out in the garage a lot to just sort of like,
boy stuff. Like boy
drink a beer, hang out.
Yeah.
So he takes me to the side. He's kind of an older gentleman, and he's like, hey, what size pants are you? And I'm like, I had 32.
Normal boy 30, talk.
34, and I was like, where's this conversation headed?
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, well, I'm like a 36 now. I've gained some weight, but I think I want to give these to you. And he's holding a, like a plastic shopping bag.
Yeah, the old
before
kind,
they got
the
banned,
old ones.
like the ones you find that you find in the ocean or whatever.
Yeah, the bad ones.
And so, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's got a pair of pants in there that he don't fit him, and he's just like, hey, here you go. And so he hands me the bag, and it's tied up. I open it up. It's just a bag of loose, tidy whitey underwear.
Yep.
And he's like, I can't fit in these, but these are like the top quality. These are BVD brand.
Yeah,
they're not
BVD.
This was not just any. This is not your Kmart brand underwear. This is your BVDs.
BVD, baby.
Yeah, and so like I was like, he's like, do you want them? Do you wear? And I was like, well, I don't wear tidy whities, but I mean, like, yeah, I'll take them.
He said yes.
I feel like
he said yes to something where someone asked him if it gave him the option of no, and he said yes.
Right. Well, I felt like he was the kind of guy that would be like kind of offended,
right?
Because it's like I said, he's like proud of his things, and he's like, I'm giving you BVDs.
But if he's upset, like he could give them to anyone and still feel that satisfaction.
But I was his new son in that situation.
I guess.
And he wanted to give them to me.
But here's what's disturbing to me is obviously they were too small. So he had to try one on. Was that one in there
the bag,
with the loose undies? And why were they all loose? Like, why? And it was a lot. It was like 20 pairs. So it wasn't like he bought like a pack of 5 to try one on.
Right.
It was like a heavy
bag. He went to Costco and got like a box of these things.
Yeah. And none of them were in wrapping.
Not a single one.
And maybe they washed them, fine.
Well, I think I remember him like really trying to reassure me that, hey, I didn't wear these. But...
Well, and it's not that he was dirty or anything. It's just, it's private parts.
Right.
Like,
but my thing was like, okay...
private parts.
I'm going to accept these because he's like, he wants me to have them. And then I'm going to quietly throw them in the trash when I get home.
Yeah. But did you? Did you check?
I didn't. No, they sat on a shelf for probably 6 months until I finally did throw them away.
Because what if he called to ask how they were doing?
That wasn't the situation with this one.
What if he wanted a picture of you wearing them?
He's like,
that would be a whole
I want those receipts. Prove it.
Show me the receipts.
Let me see that ass in those BVDs.
Front, back, side. No shirt. Oh, man.
I think that would be a much more strange situation if that was the result. Like he wanted me to send him a photo.
Well, he did ask, but I said no.
Oh,
because I know how to say no.
In conclusion, I think on this day, our gift giving episode, I think we should give each other a gift. What do you think?
I thought the same thing, and I got you a gift.
I got you a gift.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So what are the odds?
Should we take turns?
Yeah, I want to go first.
Okay, you go first. We'll see
okay.
what you got.
So this box is not the gift. This box is holding the gift.
Inside the... Okay, so I'm going to open it up. So let's see. We got here. We have the complete series of Fantastic Four.
One of his favorites.
This is mine.
Yes.
I own this already.
I know.
Oh, okay. All right. And then a lighter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
To set it on fire.
Oh.
Because Fantastic Four sucks.
Well, thank you for this.
You're welcome.
I'll definitely cherish it forever.
Oh my God, like it's mine. It's like, of course it's yours.
I may not set it on fire.
I know.
Okay, so
please don't mine. Actually.
So it's in a shopping bag because
I love this shopping bag. Okay. Oh my God!
Yeah.
These are underwear.
Yeah. So they don't fit me anymore.
Oh.
They're a little too big for me. I thought maybe you could like use them.
Are you calling me bigger than you?
No, they're too big. Or too small for me.
Oh, okay.
I apologize. They're too small for me.
Why does this one have Dookie on it?
Well, some of them have Dookie. That was part of... That was part of the reason. I figure, why let them go to waste?
Why let them go?
Why let
Do
them
all
go
of
to
these
waste?
really not fit you anymore?
They do.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the joke.
Oh, okay. So you have to put it on our heads?
Yeah, they're for putting on our heads. So anyway, here we go. So
They fit.
Yeah, they're like, you could use them as hats.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you like them.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and put those on the shelf with the lighthouse and the BVDs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And the Fantastic Four.
Right. So I guess that's it. That's the show.
That's it.
Thank you for watching, everybody.
Episode deuce.
This is episode 2. I will say subscribe this time.
Yeah,
So
Emily.
do subscribe. Yeah. And I don't care. I don't care if you have like a high criteria for subscribing, or it's really important that you vet every episode of something before you subscribe. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You need to subscribe to this
You
video.
keep wanting to say describe.
Describe it. Well, describe it too. Describe it to your friends. Let them know
Describe it.
what it's like.
And then subscribe it.
Yeah, and let them know how great we are. So
Hashtag describe crew.
that's it. And I hope this recorded everything. So anyway.
I hope it did too.
gonna shout.
Can I say goodbye too?
Oh, you didn't
You
say
just
goodbye?
shouted.
Sorry,
The
I was
thing.
shouting too much. You go ahead. Say goodbye. Sorry.
Okay, well now the spotlight's on me. So anyways, goodbye.